Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ryan Awesome. And welcome to the Ryan Awesome Show. Now, today on the Ryan Awesome Show, we'll be talking about NXT. So, yeah, this is the first NXT review, weekly show review on the Ryan Awesome Show for February 10th, 2021. And overall, man, this was a good show. It was an entertaining show, with great matches, and they really setting us up for Takeover Vengeance Day, which is this Sunday. And so, yeah, I thought it was a great show, good show. Great matches, entertaining. So yeah, before I start the review, if you're new here, hit the subscribe button. Or if you haven't done this already, hit the likes, hit the thumbs up, like this video, and while you're at it, there's a subscribe button. You click on the subscribe button, and right next to that subscribe button, there's a bell. Make sure you click on that bell to be notified on my next videos. I'll be here each and every single week creating content. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. So yeah, anyway, we started off the show with the semifinals of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. And I love this match. This was a fun match. It was MSK, that's Nash Carter and Wes Lee versus Legado del Fantasma. That's Joaquin Wilde and Raul Mendoza. So yeah, with this match, yeah, we started off this match. It started off slow at first, but it started to pick up right towards the end. So yeah, we had Wesley and Joaquin Wilde. They were going back and forth with technician moves. We had a Bronco Buster to Wilde from Carter. We had a double team move to Mendoza from MSK. We had clotheslines to Wesley from Mendoza and Wilde. We had a knee strike to Mendoza from Carter. Mendoza kicks out. We had an assisted drop kick to Carter from Wilde to knock out Nash Carter out of the ring. We had a hot tag to Lee. He delivers kicks, just kicks in general. Yeah, he delivers kicks. We had at one point Nash Carter, he goes for a moonsault. It was on a ring apron. They were fighting on a ring apron. He goes for a moonsault, and Wesley just pushes him, and he crashes into Legado del Fantasma. So it's an assisted moonsault. And then we had a tope con hilo to Legado del Fantasma from Lee. That was really beautiful. Beautiful tope con hilo. And we had a springboard missile dropkick from Mendoza. We had a poison rana to Lee from Wilde. Devastating poison rana. And then we had at one point we had Mendoza. He had Carter in a fireman's carry position. And then Joaquin Wilde, he got on the top rope. He went on the top rope and he jumped. He jumped right off Carter's back. While Mendoza is holding Carter, he jumps off he jumps off his back and delivered a 450 splash. But Lee, he got his knees up at the last second, the very last second. And so, and then yeah, Legado del Fantasma, they were going for their finishing move. I don't know what they call it. They went for their finishing move. And we had a super kick from Lee. So Lee, he hits Wild with a super kick. And we had MSK, they go for their tag team finishing move. I forgot the name. I don't know what they name it, but it's like a version of the heart attack. You know how the heart attack, one guy, I think Jimmy Anvil Neidhart, he'll hold one person, and then Bret Hart, he'll deliver the clothesline. But this guy, he delivered a neck breaker instead of the clothesline. And so yeah, that was it from the tag team match with MSK and Legado del Fantasma. Fun match. And so they're going against either Tommaso Ciampa and Timothy Thatcher or the Grizzled Young Veterans at NXT TakeOver Vengeance Day. So yeah, that was it from that match. And so yeah, right after this we had Mercedes Martinez. She has something she want to say. She's going to be in a triple threat match with Toni Storm and Io Shirai. And she has something she want to say to Toni Storm and Io Shirai. And so this is what she said. Okay. This is what Mercedes Martinez had to say about Io Shirai and Toni Storm. Okay. Here we go.
It's taken 20 years. 20 years to get to this point. This Sunday, it's everything that I worked for. Everything that I've done. The trials, tribulations. This is me. The real me. This title is my destiny, my goal. This is why I came back. The NXT Women's Championship. Toni, you're just a little girl. You're not ready for this. Io, you tried to take me out, mamita. That's all you got, mama? It's gonna take a lot more than that. Io Shirai, your days as champion has an expiration date. That date is Sunday. Come take over. Mercedes Martinez is gonna walk out your NXT Women's Champion. Bet on that.
And that was it. That was it from Mercedes Martinez. Glad to see Mercedes Martinez get an opportunity. She saved her career, man, leaving Retribution, man. She absolutely saved her career. Cause man, the way that she was going on the main roster, man, her career was about to end. It was about to end if she stayed with Retribution any longer. And so yeah. So yeah, right after this we had a match from the women. It was Xia Li, the new and improved Xia Li, with Boa and the mystery woman. I forgot her name. Shan something. They said her name last week, but I forgot her name. Versus enhancement talent. We didn't even get the talent name. And so yeah, we had Xia Li. She made her entrance. I love her entrance. Absolutely love her entrance with the sword and stuff like that. The music, I love the music too. And then right after that, we had Casey Catanzaro and Kaden Carter. They showed up right after Xia Li made her entrance. You know, trying to talk sense into her. And so yeah, this distracted Lee. And so her opponent, the enhancement talent, attacked Xia Li from behind, and so that that angers Xia Li. And so Xia Li, she just unloads on this woman, you know. And then she hit a tornado kick, a spinning kick. Yeah, a spinning kick, a tornado kick to win the match. So Xia Li, she wins. And so yeah, right after that we had Kaden Carter, and Casey Catanzaro. They still trying to talk sense into Xia Li. And so, you know, Carter, she went right up into the lady face, the mystery woman face, saying, "Oh, who are you? Who are you? What have you done to Xia? This is not Xia. This is not her. What are you doing? Who are you? I want to know who you are." And so Xia Li, she came from behind, dude. She came from behind and she threw Kaden Carter right off the stage, dude. She threw her right off the stage. And so yeah, Xia Li, she was apologizing to the mystery woman. And so yeah, Xia Li, at first we had the mystery woman, she grabbed Boa by the throat. She grabbed him by the throat. And so right after that we had Xia Li, she go right after Casey Catanzaro, kicked her right in the face. And so that was it. That was it from Xia Li. And Xia Li starting to get an opportunity now. She needed that attitude era, not attitude era. She needed that attitude change. She needed to be more aggressive, and they gave it to her. So I'm glad to see her getting the opportunity because she was not gonna make it as a babyface. And so yeah, right after this we had backstage. We had McKenzie Mitchell. She tries to get a word with William Regal, and so this is what happened.
Regal? Hello. Any thoughts on the last two Dusty Cup semifinal matches tonight?
Well, firstly, congratulations to MSK. What an incredible tournament they're having. And I'm really looking forward to seeing the other two qualify tonight. So if you'll excuse me, I have some very important business to do.
Thank you, Mr. Regal.
Oh, opened up his door and Scarlett was there, sitting on his desk with her dress.
Can I help you?
I'm here because if he comes, it won't.
Oh.
Escobar, time's up. Next week.
Carrying cross. Santos Escobar. Next week. Done. Now, if you don't mind.
Don't even know what she just said, but yeah, man. So yeah, that was it from McKenzie Mitchell and her interviewing William Regal. And so yeah, with this, Karrion Kross, he challenged, well, Scarlett challenged Karrion, no. She challenged Escobar on behalf of Karrion Kross. And so, dude, I don't think this make any sense at all. It don't make no sense at all to have Karrion Kross in the ring with Escobar. The reason is though, it's not gonna work out for Escobar. It's not gonna work out for Escobar because he's the champion. He's the NXT Cruiserweight champion, and you putting him in the ring with Karrion Kross, a guy that's been booked like a monster. Like you can't have Escobar lose because he fighting in a battle that he's gonna lose. Because if he step in a ring with Karrion Kross, he will lose. Escobar will lose to Karrion Kross. And so yeah, they booked themselves into a corner right here. What Karrion Kross gonna challenge for the cruiserweight title? You can't do that. You're not a cruiserweight. But what's gonna happen when he lose? Because he's gonna get destroyed by he's gonna get destroyed by Karrion Kross. So yeah, man, they booked themselves into a corner with that one. But yeah, that didn't make no sense at all. Why in the hell will you put Escobar in the ring with Karrion Kross? But yeah, man, that was it from the interview. And so yeah, right after this we had The Way. That's Gianni Gargano, who is the NXT North American Champion, Candice LeRae, Austin Theory, and Indi Hartwell, or Indi Wrestling. And so yeah, they came out to the ring. And so Johnny, he trying to weasel himself out of this match with Kushida that he had for the NXT North American Championship at TakeOver Vengeance Day. And so he just tried to, he's hurt. He got an arm sling on. He came out in a wheelchair. They had to carry him into the ring. And so this is what he had to say.
So rude. That's so insensitive. Before Candice and Indi punch their ticket to take over, I have some unfortunate news. What you see is the result of a vicious and cowardly attack by Kushida last week. There I was, minding my own business, trying to get not McKenzie fired. How do I deserve this? There I was, minding my own business.
Business.
I can't even talk now. When Kushida attacked me for no good reason and broke my arm. Don't believe me? Look at this.
And they showed the video from last week. Of Kushida attacking Gianni Gargano and breaking his arm, quote unquote.
Don't turn me back. Turn me back. I have 4 fractures in my arm. 4 fractures. And I'm a lefty and a well-known power walker. I swing my arms when I walk, and now I can't swing my arm because it hurts. So now I'm in a wheelchair, and we all know how I feel about wheels. So all of this is just bad. It's just bad. It's just bad. And
Johnny wheelchair.
And the worst part of all of this is, unfortunately, now I cannot defend my NXT North American Championship against Kushida this Sunday at TakeOver. It sucks. It sucks. I was really looking forward to that match. I
You
really
lied.
wanted to have that match.
You lied.
But you know what? As a matter of fact, Kushida, no, Mr. Regal should suspend Kushida indefinitely for injuring the most beloved member of the NXT locker room. He should be suspended. Get rid of him.
William Regal
Who's
in
saying
it.
that? Who's saying that? Who said that?
you fool. Over here.
Oh, turn me that way. Turn me that way.
We're supposed to be getting underway with the semi-finals for the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic Ladies Cup. And you know as well as I do that the NXT medical team cleared you yesterday afternoon. So will you stop with this ridiculous charade?
Charade?
Charade.
Do I look like
Charade.
Dennis Charadman? No. And I'm not going to trust those quacks in medical.
God, dude.
I went to my own doctors, and it's a good thing I did, because we found this. Show them.
You have a
Look at
picture
that.
of an X-ray. It's not even.
That X-ray. When Kushida kicked me, he broke the longest and strongest bone in my arm.
Johnny, what's the name of that bone, please?
It starts with a D or something, okay? I don't know. I'm Johnny Wrestling, not Johnny Doctor Guy. I don't have a
That's
name
not
of bone.
your X-ray. First of all, you see that little R there? That
my
means it's for
God.
the right arm and you injured your left arm. Secondly, I know
So that's the
not
wrong
your
arm.
X-ray because you'd be excruciating pain, you fool.
No, I can kick out of anything. I have a very high pain threshold, and the proof is in the pudding/X-ray, and the R actually stands for real, and it says John Gargano. So
Oh, God.
You know, it is 100% legit. It is official. It is real.
Of course it is, Sunshine. Listen, Johnny, it looks like we've got two options here. Number one, Austin Theory can be your surrogate, and his match against Kushida tonight can be for the North American Championship.
Oh, no way. We're not doing that. We're not doing the way plunge right now. Calm down.
Or a second option is you can forfeit the North American Championship right now.
No. Forfeit. No, just hey, just give me like a couple weeks or a few months. I'll be better. I'll rehab. I will rehab. Beautiful Day music video.
Oh,
Back,
Kushida.
return. It'll be
Behind.
Well,
Don't even know they in the ring.
I need to
Standing side by side with
Kushida
the,
first.
with the way.
Why? Why do you need to talk to Kushida? He shouldn't be rewarded. He should be arrested.
Just
Arrest that
Standing
man.
right next to them, they don't even notice that.
Kushida-san, what do you think?
Why are you asking Kushida? He's not even in here.
Yes, he is in the ring. Uh-oh. Attacked him from behind. And so, yeah, Kushida, he tries to take the championship out of Johnny Gargano's hand, and then he was playing tug of war with it. And so the arm sling had came off. And so Candice LeRae, she tries to go after Kushida for attacking her husband. And Indi Hartwell holding her back. So, yeah, that was it from the segment, man. Man, Johnny Gargano is hilarious, man. He is absolutely hilarious, funny. It's just like the way that he come off, man. Like, he's doing a great job right now as a heel. I just love everything that he's doing right now. You know, trying to weasel himself out of this match. Trying anything it takes to get out of this match. And so, yeah, right after this, we had the women's Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, the semifinals. It was Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart versus Candice LeRae and Indi Hartwell. And so, yeah, I like this match too. So yeah, we had a sidewalk slam to Blackheart from Hartwell. Blackheart kicks out. We had a snapmare neckbreaker to Blackheart from LeRae. We had a hot tag to Moon. She delivers a enziguri kick, drop kicks, clotheslines. She delivered an elbow strike to Hartwell. We had a cold breaker from Moon to Hartwell. We had a springboard hurricanrana off the apron to Blackheart from LeRae. We had a pump kick to Hartwell. So Moon she delivers a pump kick to Hartwell. She kicked the square in her face. We had a springboard moonsault to Moon. While Hartwell, she was holding on to Moon. She had a draped on the ring, not draped on the rope, and then Candice LeRae, she hit the moonsault onto Moon. And so we had a botched tope suicida from Candice LeRae. She jumped. She didn't even get her all the way. And we had Hartwell, she accidentally bumped into LeRae. We had the wicked stepsister, Candice LeRae's finishing move, followed up by a springboard elbow drop from Hartwell to Shotzi, and Moon, she breaks up the pin at the last second. And then we had the Eclipse. We had the Eclipse to LeRae from Ember Moon, followed up by Shotzi Blackheart's senton bomb. So yeah, she tries to hit LeRae with the senton bomb, and then Candice, Indi Hartwell, she got in the way. She got on top of Candice LeRae, taking a bullet for her. So Indi Hartwell ended up taking the senton bomb. And so Hartwell, who is the legal person, got pinned. And so that means Shotzi Blackheart and Candice LeRae, Shotzi Blackheart and Ember Moon, are going to the finals. And they'll be fighting Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez this Sunday at NXT TakeOver Vengeance Day. And so, yeah, Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai are my picks to win the tournament. They are my pick. And, they were face-to-face at the end of this match on the stage. And then William Regal, he said that, the winner of this match not only becomes the Dusty Cup winners, but will also get a championship match, the Women's Tag Team Championship match. And so I was like, yes, man, finally. I was asking, as the Women's Dusty Cup was going on, I was like, man, what exactly do the women get, like, if they win? Not, like, what else do they get besides the trophy? Do they get a championship match? Because the men got a tag team championship match. You should do it for the women. So we got the Women's Tag Team Championship match. And so, yeah, right after this, we had a backstage segment from Timothy Thatcher and Tommaso Ciampa, and they talking about the grizzled young veterans. And this is what Ciampa and Thatcher had to say.
We went to war with the Undisputed Era. It was rough. It was brutal. It was just the way we liked it. Now tonight, we go to battle with the team that made the finals of last year's Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic.
GYV, former NXT UK Tag Team Champions. A couple of tough dudes. But that grizzled young veterans, the irony. You boys call yourselves whatever you want. The fact is, Toothless Timmy, Old Man Ciampa, we're about to whip your asses. And then on Sunday, at TakeOver Vengeance Day, we're going to win the Dusty Classic and take home that Dusty Cup. Class dismissed.
Oh, Ciampa just stormed off. Timothy Thatcher smiling at the end. So yeah, that was it with Tommaso Ciampa and Timothy Thatcher. And on their quest to win the Dusty Tag Team Classic. And so yeah, right after this we had Santos Escobar, who is the NXT Cruiserweight Champion, who I'm a huge fan of. And so yeah, McKenzie Mitchell, she interviews Santos Escobar. And this is what happened.
Santos, I wanted to get your thoughts on the announcement that next week you'll face off against Karrion Kross.
He gave me the gift of time. The funny thing about time, McKenzie, is it's so relative to the person. Karrion Kross doesn't make threats around me, so I'm going to give him the gift of time.
Legado del Fantasma.
We're sorry. Don't apologize. No te disculpes. Because when you do, you admit weakness. I never apologize for anything. Nunca. There's something that you can do to make it up to me. Maybe it's time for you two to pay someone a visit. He doesn't make it to next week. Gracias, McKenzie.
Dick Death, back to you.
So yeah, that was it from Santos Escobar. Him sending Wilde and Mendoza after Karrion Kross. You know, paying them off to go after Karrion Kross. And so yeah, and that did not turn out good. But I'm gonna get into that later. But yeah, right after this, we had a video package of Finn Balor and Pete Dunne. They're promoting their match and the championship match. And yeah, right after this, right after the video package, we had Kushida versus Austin Theory. They didn't get no entrance. No entrance. The match started right away. That was already in the ring. And so we had a drop kick to Kushida. We had a cartwheel into a drop kick from Kushida to Theory. And then Kushida, Kushida targets Austin Theory's arm. We had Theory at one point knock Kushida off the top rope because he was going for a top rope move. Austin Theory knocks him off the rope. We had a backbreaker to Kushida. He kicks out. We had a follow-away slam to Kushida. We had a springboard back elbow to Theory. We had a German suplex to Theory. And then Kushida, the entire time, he targets Austin Theory's arm. So he continued to target his arm. We had a cross arm breaker to Theory on the ring apron. Oh yeah, and Gianni Gargano, he was out there too. And so Gianni Gargano, he super kicked Kushida while he had the arm bar locked in. And so the referee saw it. Austin Theory gets disqualified. He lost. Kushida wins by disqualification. And so yeah, right after the match, we had Gargano and Theory. They attacked. They were beating up Kushida. And so they threw him into the ring. And they had, Austin Theory, he was still outside the ring. And they had this one person grabbed Austin Theory from under the ring. Grabbed him and dragged him under the ring. And so, Theory, he was calling out for Johnny. Like, Johnny, help me. And so Johnny, he came out. He came on the other side of the ring to help Theory. And so he dragged him out. He thought he dragged him out. And so Johnny, he was like, I got him. And so he looked down. He dragged out Dexter freaking Loomis. And so yeah. So Gargano, he had Theory locked into the hoverboard. Johnny Gargano tried to stop it. And Kushida locked him in the hoverboard. So Kushida has Johnny Gargano locked in the hoverboard. And then we had Dexter Loomis. He got in the ring. And he locked in his submission move to Austin Theory to silence. And so, yeah, that was it. And Kushida, right after that, he held up Johnny Gargano's NXT North American Championship. And, yeah, Dexter Loomis was staring a hole at Kushida. That creepy stare that he got. And so, yeah, that was it. And so, yeah, right after that, we had Toni Storm's response to Io Shirai and Mercedes Martinez. This is what she had to say about her opponents.
5 months ago, I sat on the beach and I looked out in the ocean and I told everyone exactly what was going to happen. I predicted it. And now, here we are. Finally, I have an opportunity for the NXT Women's Championship. Mercedes Martinez. Where I come from, it's very rude to just involve yourself in other people's business. Now let's talk about Io Shirai. Performer of the Year, NXT Women's Champion, Mae Young Classic winner. Oh wait, no, that was me. And I know that because I beat her for that. What is the one thing that Io has said so far? That she doesn't like me? Yeah, I wouldn't like me either if I was her. Because every time we're in the ring together, I beat her. But nobody talks about that, do they? But this Sunday, Adventures Day, everybody will be talking about that because I will walk away with the NXT Women's Championship. Io Shirai, Mercedes Martinez, after this Sunday, get back in line. Because it's Tony time.
And that was it from Toni Storm and her quest to get the NXT Women's Championship. And so yeah, Toni Storm is my pick to win the championship in a triple threat match. And so yeah, right after that we had a video package from Imperium, who are coming to NXT. That's Fabian Eichner, Marcel Bartel, Alexander Wolf, and Walter. I don't know if Walter comes to the United States because he's the NXT UK champion, and I think he doesn't. I don't think he wants to come to the United States and wrestle. But I think it's just gonna be Wolf, Bartel, and Eichner. I think it's just gonna be those three. And yeah, so that was it from Imperium. Them coming to NXT. And so yeah, right after this we had a backstage video, and it showed Mendoza and Wilde being attacked, or they were laying out on the ground. And so this is what happened. So they laid out on the ground, stuff everywhere, and they were attacked by Cross, who didn't,
Mr. Santos!
Cross.
Ever heard the old saying, when you want something done right, you gotta do it yourself? Well, you should have, because I did. And next week, I'm gonna do to you exactly what I just did to them. Tick-tock.
And that was it. That was it from Cross. Still don't understand, like, why are they booking this match? I know why Cross is going after Escobar, because Escobar, he ran his mouth about Cross. He was talking about the champions of NXT. He was talking about Balor. He was talking about Gargano and stuff like that. He mentioned Karrion Kross, and him being hurt and not being able to hold the championship because he was hurt and stuff like that. But man, I'm telling you, this is not good for Santos Escobar. This is not good for him. Santos Escobar, he will lose. And you cannot have your champion lose. And I mentioned that on my Impact review. Champions should never lose. But yeah, Escobar, he is fighting in a losing battle. And so yeah, that was it from Cross. Sending a message to Escobar by attacking his guys. And so yeah, right after that we had Cameron Grimes. He showed up in a Lambo. And so yeah, he showed up. He gets into the ring. I'm gonna just skip ahead. And a white Lamborghini. Like, you wouldn't expect it to be Cameron Grimes. He showed up in a white Lamborghini. He was paying off people. He had $100 bills in his hands. Handing off money to everybody. Came out in a suit, like a brown leather jacket. Not a leather jacket, a brown suit jacket and brown slacks and his cowboy hat.
Up on their feet. Sit down, Barry. That's right. Cameron Grimes is back, baby.
So he was out for a while because he got taken out by Timothy Thatcher.
Now, 2 months ago, I laid outside this very ring because that no good Timothy Thatcher, that MCL snatcher, he took me out. He left me laying. I was screaming and I was flailing. So I went home and I did what every man would do. I thought of how I was going to come back and I was going to cave in Timothy Thatcher. But I'm not going to sit here and say that I trained the whole time. I did have a little bit of downtime. And in that downtime, just like a normal man would do, I found out there's these things called video games, man. Turns out video games are pretty freaking cool, man.
Yeah.
I started playing these video games, and I said, why do I even wrestle if I can just play video games? So then, I ran out of video games. I had to go to this place, and I found this store. It was called GameStop.
Oh.
Man, I walked into GameStop, and when I opened those doors, those lights, they just hit a little different. And I thought, if there was anything that Cameron Grimes would put his money in, it would be a fine establishment like GameStop. Well, turns out Cameron Grimes is at the right place at the right time because it went parabolic.
Yep.
But in layman terms, that means
Got rich off
it
of it.
went to the moon. Woo, yeah! Now I got so much money. Tell you the truth, I got so much money, I didn't know what else to do with it. But turns out there's this thing, they're making money now for dogs. And they got this thing called dog coins. And
Dogecoin. It's
Dogecoin.
Dogecoin.
I knew if they got 9 lives, they can't be up to good. So I invested in dog coin, and I'm even more rich. Yeah. Woo! Woo! Yeah! Now I'm so rich. I'm richer than Elon.
You just say Elon Musk.
You know Elon Musk, the guy that makes the rocket ships? Well, I just pulled up in one. Give it up for Cameron Grimes.
He's spitting everywhere, man. Got to spit on a camera, man.
I'm so rich, there ain't nobody that can tell me anything now. Mr. Regal, you think you're going to tell me something? Well, I'm going to tell you something. You can kiss my grits, Mr. Regal.
Kiss my grits.
You think I'm going to wrestle Dexter Lumis? You can kiss my grits. You think I'm going to wrestle zombies? You can kiss my grits. Woo, 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 woo. Yeah. They say that money is power.
Take out the $100 bills. Oh, hold on.
Now, I got so much money, it ain't even that funny. It's hilarious.
Yeah, he had the money. Threw his money out in the middle of the ring. He was swimming in the money, and that was it from. Yeah, he was in. Yeah, that was it from Cameron Grimes. And so yeah, right after this we had Gianni Gargano. We had a backstage segment from Gianni Gargano, and this is what he had to say. He's being interviewed by McKenzie Mitchell, and this is what he had to say.
Night for the way tonight with Kushida.
Stop it, real McKenzie. You're gone for a week and come back and still say the stupidest things. I'm gonna get right to the point. I tried to do Kushida a favor tonight by getting that match canceled. But you know what? This Sunday, Gianni Gargano versus Kushida is happening. And that's a dream match for a lot of people. But not for me, no. I see it as an opportunity. An opportunity to remind the world who the hell I am. I am not just a North American champion, Gianni Gargano. I am not just Johnny Wrestling. I am Johnny freaking Takeover. And what that means for Kushida is he better bring his best. He better be ready to wrestle the match of his freaking life if he wants this title from me. Because when my boots are tied, the lights are bright, and it is Takeover, no one can hang with me. Sunday, Kushida, welcome to my world.
And that was it.
Guys, Johnny Gargano versus Kushida this Sunday at TakeOver.
Yep. That was it from Gargano. Oh yeah. And so yeah, with the Cameron Grimes stuff, he invested in GameStop and Dogecoin. He got rich off of it. It seemed like a gimmick change. I don't know what they're gonna do with Cameron Grimes, but I thought this segment was funny. I thought it was really funny. But yeah, right after that, we had Io Shirai's response to both of her challengers. That's Io Shirai, who's the NXT Women's Champion, and this is what she had to say about Mercedes Martinez and Toni Storm. She speaks in Japanese, so I'm gonna translate it for you guys. Scared of the three-way? The three-way match? I defeated Charlotte to win this championship. In fact, I'm looking forward to it. Toni Storm is still not suitable for this championship. Yeah, it's been 3 years since the Mae Young Classic. I am a different person now. I'm a champion now. Toni Storm is just another challenger. Mercedes Martinez. Mercedes says she has been on a 20-year journey to win this championship. Unfortunately for her, this journey will never end. Forever and ever and ever. It will never end. So, because I will successfully defend this championship this Sunday night at NXT TakeOver Vengeance Day. Io Shirai is going to remain the champion. And that was it. That's it from Io Shirai and what she had to say, her response to both of Mercedes Martinez and Toni Storm. And so, yeah, right after this, we had the main event, which was the best part of the show. I love this match. Absolutely love this match. It was the semifinals of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. And it was the grizzled young veterans. That's Zach Gibson and James Drake versus Timothy Thatcher and Tommaso Ciampa. And, you know, the Grizzly Young Veterans, I'm a huge fan of the Grizzly Young Veterans. I love them in NXT UK. And I'm glad to see them in NXT. You know, because they need to spice up that tag team division. So GYV is a great addition to the NXT tag team division. And so, yeah, we had Ciampa and Thatcher. They made their entrance to the ring. And then right after that, we had GYV. They were talking trash to Ciampa and Thatcher. And so Ciampa and Thatcher, they went right after Grizzly Young Veterans. And so we had knee strikes to Gibson from Thatcher. You know, they were fighting outside the ring first, and then they got in the ring, the bell rung. We had a European uppercut to Drake from Thatcher. And we had, at one point, James Drake, he takes out Ciampa. We had a spinning heel kick to Thatcher from Drake. We had GYV, the Grizzly Young Veterans, they powerbomb Ciampa on a ring apron. And we had the doctors. They checked on Tommaso Ciampa. You know, at ringside, they had a doctor that checked on Ciampa. We had a belly-to-belly suplex to Drake from Thatcher. And, you know, at that point, you know, Thatcher, he can't tag in Tommaso Ciampa because Ciampa is hurt. And we had an uppercut to Drake in midair from Thatcher. We had a hot tag to Ciampa. He delivers clothesline at the clothesline, at the clothesline, at the clothesline, into a flying clothesline to both Gibson and Drake. We had a German suplex to GYV from Ciampa. We had Gibson and Ciampa. They were trading strikes. They were going back and forth. We had a drop kick to Thatcher from Drake. We had a Doomsday device from the Grizzly Young Veterans to Ciampa. So shades of the Legion of Doom right there. And so Thatcher, he breaks up the pin. And then we had Ciampa. He tries to go for the Willow's Bell, his signature move, the Willow's Bell, the draping DDT. And we had Zach Gibson. He stops it. He stops Ciampa from delivering the Willow's Bell to Drake. And so, yeah, right after that, we had a ticket to Mayhem to Tommaso Ciampa from Grizzly Young Veterans. And so Thatcher, he tries to break up the pin. And then Drake, he stops him from breaking up the pin. So the Grizzly Young Veterans wins the match. And they are going to the finals to fight MSK. And, dude, I was shocked. I was absolutely shocked. I thought they was going to give it to Ciampa and Thatcher. Because, you know, because Thatcher and Ciampa, you know, they don't have nothing to do. They don't have nothing to do. They had their rivalry. They had their fight. And, you know, they weren't doing nothing on their own. You know, Ciampa hasn't been doing nothing lately. Thatcher hasn't been doing anything. And so they paired them together. I thought they were going to win the thing. I thought they were going to win the whole entire tournament. But they gave it to the Grizzly Young Veterans. Now, they did mention on commentary that the Grizzly Young Veterans, it's their second year in a row that they're in the finals. So, do they win? I don't know. I think they might end up giving it to MSK because they're new. But I'm going with the Grizzly Young Veterans. I'm going with GYV. But, yeah. So, yeah, man. And then the thing is, like, with these Dusty Cup winners, most of them been random parents. Random parents have won the Dusty Cup. We had Finn Balor and Samoa Joe. They won. random pairing, they won. Random pairing of Samoa Joe and Finn Balor, they won. We had Ricochet and Aleister Black. We had who else? Matt Riddle and Pete Dunne. The only legit teams that won the Dusty Cup was the Authors of Pain and the Undisputed Era. Those are the only two teams that won. The only two legit teams that won the cup. But yeah, I thought it was gonna give it to Thatcher and Ciampa. But other than that, man, it was a great main event. Great main event. Great main event. Good show. Great matches. Takeover is looking good. Looking good. And so yeah, man, I just can't wait for Vengeance Day. And so yeah, man, that was it. That's it for the review. And if you like this video, what are you waiting for, man? Hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And while you're at it, there's a bell. It's a bell right next to that subscribe button. You click on that bell for all notifications, and you'll become an awesome one when you subscribe to the channel. And you'll be the first ones to know when my next video will come out. So hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any content. And also follow me on Twitter at Ryan Awesome Show. Like this video, share this video, comment down below, tell me how you felt about this episode of NXT. And yeah, comment, share this video with each and every single person you come across. And yeah, man, I'll see you guys on Saturday for Impact Wrestling No Surrender, that pay-per-view No Surrender. And I'll see you on Sunday for NXT Vengeance Day, NXT TakeOver Vengeance Day. So we have a lot of content coming out this week, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on anything. And yeah, man, once again, thank you for the support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And yeah, and this has been the Ryan Awesome Show. Take care, be safe, and that's that.